Hey, how's it going? So for today I thought I'd do a little collection update, pickups video, what I've been picking up lately. I picked up a few bits, few new releases, couple of 4Ks that have been out for a few weeks from being 2025 releases that I've wanted to finally watch. So I'm going to go through everything. A few DVDs as well. I thought I'd pick some cheap DVDs up because I've been on a bit of a found footage kick, as I often do, and some of them are quite hard to get on Blu-ray and some of them don't have a Blu-ray release. So I thought, you know what, I'll just pick them up cheap on DVD because I've got a few DVDs here, like in a stack, and they barely cost me anything. And whether I'll keep them in the collection long term, not too sure. But yeah, so it's a mix of like 4K Blu-rays, DVDs, and saw the remake of the Toxic Avenger the other night as well at the cinema, which was a great time. And I'll talk about that as well at the end of the video. I'll give a few my thoughts and a little review, spoiler free of course, on the Toxic Avenger remake. Okay, so we'll start with the DVDs. I think we'll just get it going. It might not be too long a video, but so this is a found footage one, as I just said, speaking of found footage, and I picked up this one, Mockingbird. So I'm always like having a look on the internet and seeing which found footage films I haven't seen, and this was one of them. It was available on digital, but the digital was a little bit dearer than the DVD, so I opted to pick the DVD up. And it's actually a film released by Universal Studios, same director as The Strangers, not the chapter one, the reboot, but the original Strangers from like 2007, 2008, that film. It's the same director who did that. Now I did sit down and watch this one, so I can kind of give a bit of a review on it. It was okay. Like I didn't love it. Basically this guy finds a video camera and he starts recording his family, in the home, making vlogs and stuff. He finds footage on there, some horrible stuff like children being hurt and stuff by this evil guy who was filming them, and things like basically shooting them, killing people on this video footage. And then the guy turns up and basically puts the family who found the camera into a game that he's created, this kind of sick game, sick and twisted. That's the guy who's been doing the filming, who puts the family into this horrible game. He gets them to play. Basically, he abducts their children and says, if you want to see your children again, you got to play this sick and twisted game. And that's how things unfold. But yeah, it was kind of all right. It was an okay idea. I didn't love it at all. It was a little bit boring, little bit uneventful, really, given the source material, but not the worst thing in the world. I gave it like a 2.5 stars out of 5, but there's the clown on the front anyway, Mockingbird. So there's a little look at the back. This was a brand new pickup. I only paid about £2 for it, brand new. There's a look at the disc. I'm not sure if this one has a Blu-ray. I don't think it did. Certificate 15. It's a 2014 film. Universal, Blumhouse. It says from the director of The Strangers and the producer of The Purge and Paranormal Activity. Another found footage I thought I'd pick up, and it's one I really like, and actually watched it again last night because I was just chilling in the movie room and I just wanted to put something easy on and familiar, so I watched Willow Creek again. I do have this on digital. There is a US Blu-ray, but it's like over £20, and I bought the digital for like $1.99 on iTunes, on Apple should I say now, and this DVD was only £2. I just wanted a physical copy of it, like, 'cause it's really good Bigfoot hunting movie. This couple, basically they're making a documentary looking for Bigfoot in this small American town, which basically has a lot of Bigfoot sort of like paraphernalia and like Bigfoot references in the town. A lot of the folk there believe in Bigfoot. They go out camping and they start, when they're in the tent late one night in the middle of nowhere in the woods, in the wilderness, they start hearing strange noises. They keep, typical signs that there potentially could be a Bigfoot in the area, in the surrounding area. Like they keep hearing this subtle like knocking of like wood in the distance. They're in the middle of nowhere. It's not a campsite, it's the wilderness. There's nowhere like no one around, no like towns nearby, you know, for miles, and they keep hearing something knocking wood against a tree, and apparently that's a telltale sign of there being possibly a Bigfoot in the vicinity. And then they start hearing these weird noises like woof, 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 in the distance, and yeah, it gets quite scary. And yeah, really good one. It's not the most eventful movie, but I just love the whole setup when they're in the town looking at all the cool Bigfoot statues and things like that. It's a good fan footage film though, just not overly eventful, but at the end it does kind of things pick up, you know, the final kind of 15 minutes especially. And I think the best scenes in the film are when the couple are in the tent, like I've just spoken about, when they're hearing the noises and things and they're wondering what the hell, is that a Bigfoot or is it just somebody messing with them. Yeah, cool movie though, Willow Creek, especially if you're into your found footage. Really good one. Picked this up pre-owned. It was only about £2. I thought, yeah, I'll have a physical copy of it. Another DVD I picked up, a Robin Williams film, 1 Hour Photo. I might have seen this on television like a long time ago, but I'm a little unsure. But it looks interesting anyway. It's some thriller. Robin Williams playing some sort of weirdo. Yeah, if I have seen it, it's absent from my memory, so I need to revisit. But yeah, it looks all right. Certificate 15. It says language, some strong, sex, nudity, some moderate references, violence, some moderate sexual, and other none. 91 minutes. That's 1 Hour Photo. So thought I'd try that one. I can't remember whether I've seen it. Like I said, got like these two on and buy one get one free. I think it cost me about like £1.50, both films for £1.50. I think this might be a found footage. I bet it's a load of rubbish, but I thought I'd check it out because there weren't many options on the buy one get one free when I picked up this one, the Rendlesham UFO incident, which I'll talk about in a sec. Not watched it yet. This is the Zombie Diaries. Probably a load of rubbish, but you know, might be interesting enough for a found footage fan, you know, just past 90 minutes. The runtime is actually 81 minutes, so 9 minutes shy of an hour and a half. I picked up this one because I fancied it. Like I said, both of these releases I'm showing, editions, should I say, on DVD, only cost £1.50 for both. So even if they're complete rubbish, you know, no loss really. The Rendlesham UFO incident, I forget it's got another name as well. It's known as something else. But yeah, it was kind of okay. It was kind of like competently done. There's a bit of shaky cam in there, which they do overly used in a lot of found footage movies, but I thought it was all right. It's a British one, you know, English cast and things like that. It's got an okay setup, like the build up, you know, and then like some pretty okay special effects considering it's a found footage film at the end when you see the spaceships in the sky and stuff. But I weren't overly keen on it. There's a lot of kind of like meandering like middle ground, you know, in the middle of the film where it's a little bit slow paced, a little bit boring. But yeah, it was okay. I gave it like a 2 stars out of 5. It was all right. That's that one. Really, you can pick this up really cheap though, you know. Okay, that's all the DVDs. Let's go on to the Blu-rays. So pick this one up. I've seen the first film. This one's, I think, like there's 20 years later. There's like 20 years between them. Obviously the what's he called? Let me just have a quick look before the demonic Zuni fetish doll is back. So this is Trilogy of Terror 2. Never seen this one. I've seen the original one. I think Cameron Black's in some of the segments in that, or one of them. Of course, it's got this guy in the original. It's very well known for that guy, the Zuni fetish doll. And yeah, I thought I'd give this a go. It's actually a bit of a newer film. This one's like from the 90s. I think it's like a 1996 film, it says on the back, and that's Trilogy of Terror 2. Not watched it. This is the special edition, but good price for this one. Picked it up off Amazon for what was it? I picked it up for like $6.99, brand new, sealed. So there's Trilogy of Terror. There's a little look at the spine. Quite looking forward to watching it. Big anthology horror fan, so should be pretty interesting. I hope, anyway. Should be a good time. I also picked up this one because I wanted the Blu-ray. I do have it on Apple, but I'm getting to the point now, if I can find them cheap and I like them, I will also get them on physical. But it's handy to have a few on the you know, the digital side of things as well. And this is Screamers, #Screamers. Basically, I have watched this before a couple of times. It's about this you know, this media company that make videos online, and they're they've basically been sent this very scary video. It's a little bit like one of those videos where it kind of sucks you in. It's in a graveyard and then something pops up on the screen. I won't spoil too much, but this team are going on a trip trying to see if this, you know, what's on the video with the involving this woman and something popping up in a graveyard is actually real. And they end up in this house, and it's a little, you know, it's quite creepy and that. But I did enjoy this one. I mean, it's not kind of like the best found footage film in the world, but it's a solid one, you know, for sure. And I'm looking forward to revisiting it. And picked up this German release Blu-ray for about £10, I think. It was pre-owned, but it's quite a hard one to get. No, brand new, I think it goes for over 20. So I was quite happy to get the German release with, of course, English audio. There's a look at the disc if I just spin that round. Screamers. But yeah, if you like your fan footage, I do kind of recommend this one. It's probably on Tubi or something, well, or maybe Amazon Prime. I'm not too sure about that though, so don't quote me on that. But you know, it's on you can buy it off Apple. Like, cause I bought it ages ago for a couple of pounds and watched it. But yeah, really liked it when I watched it. Another one I've seen before, which I never had, and I was looking through a list of fan footage movies, and I thought I'd like to watch that again, because I did watch it on Shudder some years ago. I'm just going to turn the disc around, because it was a pre-owned purchase, and the disc was the other way around. And that's Mr. Jones, basically about a couple who go and stay in a cabin, and there's some weird activity going on around them. But I remember watching this, and I thought it was okay, pretty solid, like pretty good. Found middle of the road found footage movie, but I only paid about £3 for it pre-owned, and it's in pretty darn good condition. There's an look at the back. So, journey into a nightmare that's so real, even daylight brings no relief. That's Mr. Jones. Fan footage again. And I picked up this one, which I've seen on Amazon Prime about 3 years ago. It's Bigfoot, The Lost Coast Tapes. This team go hunting for Bigfoot. They unravel a bit of a mystery, you know, why is Bigfoot so angry? And I did enjoy this one. I thought it was quite good. All right. From what I can remember, I do need to sit and rewatch it. This is an US release, but it's actually region free. Picked this up brand new through a seller on Amazon for about £11.45, I think. Unfortunately, it come with a bit of a cracked case there, because it's as you can see, it's one of these shabby eco cases. You've got your Blu-ray disc there and your DVD there for the Lost Coast tapes. But yeah, it's a pretty good found footage movie from what I can remember. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. I will have to get another case though. I could have returned it, but I couldn't be bothered with the faff and the hassle over £11. So I shall just get one of my spare, you know, thin 11mm Blu-ray cases, which I do have a few spare, and do that. So onto some more Blu-rays and 4Ks and stuff. I was watching a video on YouTube, I forget the channel now, but they were covering a bunch of trashy 80s horror movies, you know, low budget stuff. They had things like Neon Maniacs in there recommended, and Madman, things that I already own. But this one cropped up from the 80s. I think it's from, I'll try and get the date before I crack on. I think it's about 88, this one. It's either like 1988 or 1989. It's a late 80s film anyway, and it was in this trashy horror movie countdown, you know, movies you've probably never seen. A lot of them I had actually have already owned and watched, but this one cropped up, The Terror Within, and I thought I'd give it a go. It actually stars George Kennedy. I think he's in, is it Dead by Dawn? What's it called? I can't remember what the film's called now. Really good camping slasher movie. But anyway, it's got George Kennedy in it, and this is The Terror Within. It's set in the future. Basically, you got this kind of like, it's after some sort of like apocalypse or something, and it's set, you know, basically there's these creatures around, and this group of people and scientists are looking into them and experimenting on them and things like that. But I just mainly wanted to see it for the great cool looking kind of practical special effects. As you can see there, it's got one of those in it. That's one of the creatures, and that thing pops out of somebody's stomach. I don't want to spoil too much, that's why I was a little bit hesitant on revealing about it. But this is a German release. £20 brand new this cost me through a seller on Amazon, but I wanted to get it with it being like a kind of trashy 80s horror, and the special effects are really kind of cool. Like, it's got some really cool like practical special effects, really cheesy like 80s stuff. It's a German release, but it does obviously have English audio with it being an American movie. But yeah, The Evil Within, pretty good. I thought it was all right. Like, it didn't exactly blow me away, but I thought the special effects, the practical effects were excellent. Just go over Deadstream quick. I've got a video for this on the channel, so if you're interested in my thoughts and a review on Deadstream, this is the new Arrow video release of the Shudder original. It's a found footage movie about this guy doing a stream, and he's in a haunted house for the night, and lots of paranormal occurrences are taking place. But yeah, good one, Deadstream. A lot of fun. It's really goofy, really silly, but I've got a more in-depth review on the channel if you're interested in that. So another one I've never owned before. You can get it on digital as well. It might even be on some of the streaming services. I watched it a few years ago somewhere. I can't remember where I watched it. It wasn't on physical. I think I maybe watched it on a pirate site or something because I wanted to see it, and that is The Eyes of My Mother. Can't remember too much about it apart from it being like a slow burn, kind of like more like artsy art house horror, but I remember it being pretty good from what I can remember. So I picked up this Blu-ray. It's a Region A release, so it's Region A locked. It's an American release. The film's in black and white. I'll read a little bit about it, see if I can refresh my memory as well. I'm going to be watching this again probably over the weekend, giving it a rewatch. Stunning, sick as swear word. This is what curdled Americana looks like. Sorry, this is what curdled Americana looks like. In their secluded farmhouse, yeah, it's set on a farm, I can recall that, a mother, formerly a surgeon, teaches her daughter, Francisca, to understand anatomy and be unfazed by death. But after a shocking event shatters their idyllic life, the young girl must cope with the nightmarish repercussions that echo into adulthood. As she matures, it becomes clear that this beautiful but dangerous young woman has some very peculiar desires. So yeah, it's basically about a girl. You can imagine she basically as she grows up, she has some peculiar desires, as the back of the cover suggests. So basically things get a little bit like violent and stuff, and she has a bit of a lust for blood, if you will. Picked a Christmas movie up, know nothing about it, saw it on Film Treasures. This is Infinite Santa 8000. It's some sort of like gory, kind of gruesome Santa Claus Father Christmas horror movie. Looks really cool. If any of you guys out there have seen this, who watch this video, no spoilers please, but just let me know in the comments what you thought of it, if it's any good. The animation looks really cool. It's an Synapse release. It's region free, so it's an American Synapse release on that label, but it's region free, and it looks really cool. There's the animation. I'll be watching this around Christmas time later this year, so I'll probably talk about it then when I've actually watched the movie. But yeah, nice release. It's the director's cut as well of Infinite Santa 8000. So yeah, just 2 more to go, guys, and I thought I'd pick up a couple of 2025 movies. So I bought these both from HMV. I do want to watch them. This is one of Tony Todd's final films he was in. I don't know if it's his last one. He's probably done a couple more that are yet to be released, but this is one of his final films, and that's Final Destination Bloodlines. I've heard it's okay. Never been a big fan of the Final Destination franchise, but I did want to see it, you know, to help me like compile perhaps a top 10 of 2025 released movie list at the end of this year. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I did like the first film. There's a little look at the release. There we go, Final Destination Bloodlines. And then I've heard this one's pretty good, and I've heard, well, pretty great. I've heard it's one of the best horror movies of 2025, so I thought I'd check it out, and that's Sinners. Don't know too much about it, going in kind of blind. I've not even watched a trailer for it. I've seen a few screenshots, heard it's really good. On a few lists that I was looking at for 2025 released films, this actually came first place, so very intrigued. This is Sinners. It's very long. It's 137 minutes, so quite a bit over 2 hours long approximately. But yeah, looking forward to it. Looks fun. I think it might be some sort of vampire movie or something. Don't know much about it, but I'm interested, and I want to see as many of the supposedly great 2025 released movies as possible. Yeah, there's all my pickups then. So I got quite a few. There's my like 4Ks and DVD, Blu-rays, and I got a few Blu-rays and DVDs there. So before I go, I'll just talk a little bit about the Toxic Avenger. So went to watch. I've not been cinema for about 4 years. I did try to go last year, but the screening got cancelled for some reason. I was going to go and watch Alien Romulus. That got cancelled. I've not really bothered planning a trip to the cinema. And the other night went into the city, and because it was not in my local cinema, which is about a 10-minute drive away, actually wasn't showing this film. I know it's showing in the USA now as well, and that's the Toxic Avenger remake. It's took them a while to get it released. It's from 2023, but it's been stuck in limbo, and it's not even like it's that low budget. I mean, it's obviously not got the highest budget, but there's some notable names in there. It's got Kevin Bacon in there, Elijah Wood, Peter Dinklage as the Toxic Avenger, and a few more familiar faces. But I had a blast with it. Like, it was so much fun. I went with my friend and my younger brother, and funnily enough, they only had 2 showings per day of this film. It started last week, and we went Wednesday night, and they had a 7:30 p.m. showing and a 10:10 showing. So we went to the 10:10. We sat down, and us 3 were the only 3 in that showing. So that was cool. Like, I guess, had the whole cinema room to ourselves, and yeah, it's really cool. It's a really good, like, you know, kind of like homage to the original. That does its own thing. So again, it's exactly as a remake should be. It follows beats kind of the original, you know, keeps some of the source material intact. But the Toxic Avenger's got like a whole different look to him. He's obviously short as well as his Peter Dinklage's height and stature, which was very different but very cool as well. Peter Dinklage does a great job, you know, as the Toxic Avenger. He kind of has a little bit of a different origin story, but I won't spoil it too much. But don't worry, there is still a pink ballet tutu involved. You know, in the original film where he wears the like tutu and he jumps out the window, and that hilarious scene into the toxic waste, subsequently becoming the Toxic Avenger. But in this film, obviously, they do have an origin story. It's a little bit different. It's got this punk band of like horrible like maniacs who basically are killers. You've got the main villains played by Kevin Bacon. He does a really good job. He's really kind of like funny, and even has a bit of like, as a villain, even has a bit of like charismatic charm to him. Elijah Wood's really cool in it. He's really like made to look a lot different than he actually does. You can tell it's Elijah Wood in his face, but he plays Kevin Bacon's villain character's brother. Kevin Bacon's character owns this organisation that manufacture like cosmetic products, but the citizens of Tromaville are starting to like turn on the company because there's a lot of like infections and cancer that's being caused by this company's products. Toxic Avenger, played by Peter Dinklage, he's on a mission basically to save the town and recover his kidnapped stepson. But yeah, Toxic Avenger, really fun remake. Like I said, it's been stuck in limbo for a couple of years. I think they had a lot of trouble. They played it at a film festival a couple of years ago, some festivals. I think it got a good reception, but it's took them a while to distribute the film and get it released for some reason. But it's finally here. It's also getting a 4K release, I think, at some point in the USA. We'll get one over here on Blu-ray and 4K as well, as you know, eventually. But yeah, it's definitely one after seeing it I would go out and purchase the physical of. Like, great film. Like I say, very different to the original. There's a lot of CGI effects in there. There's also some good practical effects, but there is some quite good CGI. One of the scenes, it looks a little bit ropey. You can tell it's like CGI, but with it being the Toxic Avenger and it's a very trashy, silly film, it kind of works being crappy. I say crappy, it's not exactly crappy because it's really gory. Like even the CGI special effects with the violent scenes, they're really gory and over the top, which is fun. But it does have kind of like a little sprinkle of like practical in there as well with some parts of the film. But the actors did a great job. It's really fun, and they gave good performances, especially like Peter Dinklage and Kevin Bacon and Elijah Wood. Those 3 alone were just brilliant in the film, and I enjoyed it, and I give it a solid 4 stars out of 5. I'm even kind of on the fence whether I think it's better than the original. The original's a really fun, trashy movie, but this is kind of on a bit of a grander scale. It's got like a kind of bigger, kind of more expanded like plot elaborated plot, so it's a little bit of a bigger plot. It sort of looks like it's on a bit of a bigger scope, you know, the way they've made the film look in Tromaville and things like that. The violence is like probably as good as the original, with even more crazier stuff, and it's got a bunch of new characters in it as well and things like that. But yeah, it's also hilarious. There's a lot of funny scenes, and yeah, we had a good time watching it. It was great. So yeah, there's a little review on the Toxic Avenger. If you're a fan of the original, I do highly recommend this remake. And yeah, that's everything. And so thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.